I feel like I never know how to start these videos, but I'm gonna start off by saying welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for everybody who has been subscribing. We are at 750 and I mark 2 weeks on YouTube this upcoming Sunday. So thank you guys so much. Today I will be talking about a highly requested story time, which is my labor and delivery experience. So I asked you guys if you wanted 2 separate videos, one for each girl, or if I should do both of the girls in one video. And a lot of you picked to do 2 videos, which I agree with because I felt like I had 2 completely different experiences. So I think both of them are going to be long because I'm going to be a little open, but let's start. First, gonna start by telling you how I found out I was pregnant, my pregnancy experience, and then days that led to the day that I gave birth, and a little bit of postpartum, and also maybe like the first year of me being a mom. I think that's a good way to cut it off. So I want to try not to curse so much, so just bear with me, okay? Thank you. I'm also gonna add some pictures. I want to add some pictures of my pregnancy. I want to add some pictures of her sonogram. I want to add pictures of, I did a CD. It was like a 4D sonogram kind of thing. I'm gonna add that too. I'm gonna add videos of when I gave birth, how she looked when I gave birth, and then up until the first year. I hope you guys enjoy, and if you have any questions, please let me know and I'll do another video answering all those questions. So I feel like my period has always come at the same time every month. So I already knew that when it didn't come, I already knew I was pregnant. So I went to Dollar Tree and I bought 3 pregnancy tests and they all came back positive. I also don't know why people are so against Dollar Tree pregnancies. Like, either you are or you aren't. I don't know why people pay $20-$30 for pregnancy tests. I don't know, it just never made sense to me. So I remember April, and I probably still have the pregnancy test. I took a pregnancy test and then it came back positive, and I had told my baby daddy. He was out with his friends. I think it was a Sunday. He was out with his friends. He was watching the game, and I called him and told him that I was pregnant. And he was excited. I was excited. I'm not gonna lie to you, I did my makeup 5 hours ago on live, and I literally went to sleep, and then I woke up and I got distracted because y'all know that I went through a concert today in DR, and I have to see how that's going, because if I didn't have 2 kids, that's where I will be. Thank you. Anyways, let's get back to the story. I hope my makeup doesn't look too bad because I know I slept on it. I did a whole bunch of shit on it. Anyways, so now my pregnancy. My pregnancy was really good. I was really nauseous. I barely ate anything. I liked McDonald's a lot. And I liked the shrimp pastelitos from the Heights. I forgot what street it was. But we always had to go over there to get pastelitos and a chinola juice because that's the only thing that I would really enjoy with hot sauce. So that was that. We always used to go out to eat. We always used to go to the movies, but I always used to feel like a little nauseous. It didn't really bother me that much, but it was still there. But it wasn't bad. We were always going out. I was always getting pretty. I'm gonna put some pictures of how I was during my pregnancy. He didn't let me lift anything while I was pregnant. He was very careful. Like, I never had to do fuerza because he was scared with my belly and stuff like that. That's another reason why I left my job, because I used to lift heavy pain gallons and I wasn't able to do that being pregnant. Even though I wasn't high risk or anything like that, I just preferred to have a safer pregnancy. So yeah, he was really careful. So around June, I got my first sonogram, I think at 13 weeks. I had went to a Montefiore hospital on 233rd. I didn't want to give birth there. They had sent me to Montefiore 233rd to get the glucose test. I didn't know if I was gonna give birth there or not, but that's where they sent me for like most of my the main stuff that I had to do during my pregnancy. I wanted to give birth in Allen Presbyterian. I think that's on 238. So because I couldn't go to the one in 168, they told me that it was high risk only, but I was told that that was a lie. I remember like I would get like little pains here and there, and I would always go to the hospital, but they ended up telling me that it's just my cervix stretching and stuff like that, like making room for the baby. So after that I pretty much had a easy pregnancy. Like it was really good. I was happy. Yeah, I was always with my sister, I was always with my brothers, I was always with my mom. I was really happy during my pregnancy. And my baby daddy, he was always there. Like he was always there for everything. And we was always going out to eat. We was always having fun. I even went to a Dorney Park with a big ass belly, but I didn't get on no rides. But anyways, I was going to school. Like I wasn't working, but I ended up going back to school to finish my bachelor's degree. So I went to Lima, and it was easy too. I was able to go to school in peace. And it's crazy because my due date was around finals week, and I feel like when I gave birth, they was really like understanding, and I was able to do my finals whenever the fuck I wanted, turn it in whenever the fuck I wanted. That was the easiest semester for me. And the good thing about it also was that at the time we had a car, so I was able to go wherever the fuck I wanted. Like I would go take the car from my baby daddy, and he would go let me pick up my friends. Like he probably don't remember none of this stuff, but I was able to do anything that I wanted with my friends being pregnant. Like I was just mad happy. Like I was chilling the whole time, and I just felt mad pretty. Like nobody could tell me nothing with Chanel's pregnancy. Nobody. Come November, I had my baby shower. I didn't really want a baby shower, but I felt like I had to because hello, like it was my first baby. Like why you don't want a baby shower, you know? So I ended up booking, I think it's Kiri Party Hall right there on 181st or 182nd in Webster. He was asking me, oh, what is it that you want? I'm just like, I don't care. Like, just make it look really girly because it's a girl or whatever. Like, I don't care. And I got the cake. I got the cupcakes. I got a cake, treats, the hall, the ice machine, the chairs, the tables, decorations. Everything was like $3,000. Everything was mad cheap. So I said, all right, yeah, whatever. Let's just do it. So I'm going to put pictures of my baby shower. Yeah, that was another successful night. Everybody ended up going to the club right after, and I took my ass home and went to sleep. Towards the end of my pregnancy, I remember going to my sister's house. I feel like that was the last outing that I did before I got really tired. And it was the end of November. My due date was December 19th, and she ended up coming December 11th. But I'm going to tell you what happened. So my BD at the time, he was going to OT a lot. So I used to go see my sister. I used to spend time with everybody. I feel like, oh my god, I skipped like everything. Hold on, I feel like I want to do this whole video over. Let's go back to when I found out the gender of the baby. I want to do this whole video over because I feel like I just went straight to the ending of my pregnancy, and I didn't really elaborate a lot on the beginning. So I found out I was pregnant at the end of April, right? When I called them to make an appointment to confirm my pregnancy, they gave me a later date in May. So by May, I was around 8 weeks. That day, I went to go check the heartbeat, and I didn't have one yet. And I was scared because I had gotten pregnant before Chanel back in 2015. And the same thing happened. Like I went to they sent me to Jacobi Hospital because they couldn't find a heartbeat, and they told me that the baby had passed away. Not the baby that passed away, the baby had no heartbeat. Like it was growing but with no heartbeat. So it was just a sac there. So I was traumatized. I was like, damn, I hope this shit is not happening again. So from May to like the middle of June, I think, yeah, like the beginning, yeah, like the first or second week of June, they scheduled me for an appointment for a sonogram. In Montefiore, but in Yonkers now. I said, why are they sending me so far? Like, I'm scared of my fucking ass. So what happened? They ended up checking the heartbeat there. I was mad happy. And I got my first sonogram, which I'm also going to show you. So I think by that time I was already 13 weeks. I was really happy during my pregnancy with Chanel. I felt so pretty. Everybody was spoiling me. Everybody was so careful with me. He didn't want me to lift anything. He didn't want me to do anything. At the time, I was working at Home Depot, and I had actually left my job because he told me that it was okay to do so, because I worked in the paint department at Home Depot, and you know, you got to lift up a lot of 5 gallons, a lot of single gallons, and you know, that was a lot for somebody who's pregnant. So I ended up not going back like that. They was blowing up my phone, and I answer. I never went back. That was mad crazy. Like, I don't know why I stayed doing that. Anyway, so that was June. So my pregnancy from then to when I gave birth or whatever, we was always going out to eat. We was always going out to the movies. I even went to Donny Park with my big ass belly, and I did not get on any rides. My sonogram in June, my first sonogram. And then I found out about the gender, I think August. I'm going to also post a picture and a video of when I found out that I was having a girl. I wanted a boy at first because I always felt like, you know, it would be cute to have a boy and for him to be the oldest one, but it didn't work out that way, but I'm happy that it didn't. But yeah, so I went to Allen Presbyterian Hospital, the one on 238th. I went to that one to check the gender of my baby. Me and my baby daddy went to an appointment for the gender. Yeah, we went together. And you know, at the time, that was when gender reveal was getting popping and stuff like that, but we didn't want to do that. I barely wanted a baby shower. So while I was at my appointment, it was a chinita. She asked us, oh, do you want to know the gender of the baby? And we said, yeah. So she was like doing the machine stuff. She was like, oh, what does that look like to you? And I didn't know what I was looking at, so I said, oh, a boy, because that's what I wanted. Cracking jokes or whatever, but it ended up being a girl. So after that appointment, he dropped me off at my best friend Trish house, and we did like a mini photo shoot at Moshulu Park with balloons, you know, just so I got that as a memory or whatever when I found, because I didn't have a gender reveal. So I said, let's just get some balloons. It's a girl balloon, and let's go to the park and take some pictures with a pink dress. So that's what I did, just because I wanted something to post or whatever. So that was that. In the end of August, I went back to school because I was going to school to finish up my bachelor's. That was that. Again, it went really smoothly. I was happy. I was still able to finish my classes. I still was able to go to school all the time. Like my baby daddy, he was dropping me off, picking me up to the T, like everything. And I was always with somebody. I was always busy. I was always with one of my friends or whatever. Sorry, also really quick. Because I decided to go and do a baby shower. In October, after midterms, I went on a hunt for like a place that I could host a baby shower at, and I also wanted to do maternity pictures. So I ended up finding somebody for cheap that my cousin knew. I think I paid like $200 for that. I'm gonna post pictures on that too. I'm not gonna get too much into that because it wasn't even a studio, it was like basement. And yeah, he was just beginning or whatever, so he knew how to edit, so it was whatever. And that photo shoot, that was the first time that I ever got my makeup done by a makeup artist, and I had my nails, like, that's the first time I added diamonds to my nails. They were my ugly, but I still was feeling myself because they were diamonds. We had my baby shower in November. Everybody had a good time, whatever. It was real fun. I loved my baby shower. It was so pretty. I'm also gonna add pictures. And then, I don't know if y'all remember that there was a snowstorm one time. I think it was late November. I was almost 9 months pregnant. No, I was like 8. Yeah, almost 9. So one day I came out of school. I used to take, when my baby daddy wasn't able to drop me off and pick me up from school, I used to take my mom's car. One day I went to school, and when I was on my way home, I got stuck going home because there was so much traffic. No one was able to move because it was so slippery. And I guess the government or something didn't prepare for the storm. I think that's what happened. So everybody was just sliding, slipping and sliding. Every car, it was just a lot of accidents that day. It was a lot of shit happening that day. It took me forever to get home. Forever to get home. And I'm gonna also put a picture of that. Y'all, so tell me how I try to find like a little article of the storm. It's a little hard to find, but I was able to find this picture. This is literally how it was, bro. We was stuck. We was not able to move anywhere. Look at that. And I just remember having to pee so bad. So I was 8, almost 9 months pregnant, stuck in traffic, having to pee so bad. And then on top of that, I was able to make it to a parking lot. I wasn't able to make it to my block. I was able to park the car in a parking lot, and I had to go home, but holding on to gates because of how slippery it was outside. Like, it was just so crazy outside that day. December, like end of your pregnancy, you get appointments every week. So I went to my second appointment that month. I think December. No, it was probably my first appointment that month. And she's checking me or whatever, and she's asking me if I had like sexual intercourse. And I said no, because you know my BD, he was OT. I said no. She said, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "How you asking me if I'm sure?" One thing about me, I don't care. Like, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not embarrassed. I'm not ashamed. I'm not nothing. Everybody fuck. Everybody has pussy. Everybody has this. I don't care. Like, you want to check me, I'll be like this. Like, check whatever you gotta check. Like, I don't. People be like mad thingy or whatever. And I understand, you know, some people have trauma and stuff like that. But me, I just don't care. So I'm like, why would I lie? Like, so she was like, okay, so it looks like you lost your mucus plug. And I said, oh shit. I don't know what that is. So I'm like, what that mean? She said, you're gonna have to go to the hospital. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know the importance of it. I was just like, oh, okay, so let's go to the hospital. But the hospital that I wanted to go to on 238 didn't have no beds available for that night. So they sent me to the Montefiore on 233rd. If you know 233rd, you know there's mad Jamaicans over there. Okay? They didn't play with me. They did not play with me, girl. So anyways, I called my best friend Trish because my BD, he was on his way back from OT. So I called my best friend Trish so she could come with me to the hospital. And I also called my cousin. I'm like, oh, they're sending me to the hospital or whatever. But she told me, oh, you don't have to go right away. Like, go home, eat something because you're not going to be able to eat. Freshen up and then go to the hospital. Get your bags and then go to the hospital. I said, okay. So I get to the hospital, I want to say around 6 o'clock. And they checked me in. I'm with my best friend Trish. My mother-in-law and my mom ended up coming at like 7:30 or whatever. They still with me till like 9 o'clock. So I think visiting hours was over at 8:30. And then they left at 9. They let them leave at 9. And then my BD came like around 12, I think it was. Every time I come on here, because I be feeling like I be forgetting something, I get scared because I look fucking crazy. But I forgot to mention that I sent my baby daddy to go to Target to get me everything that I wanted. Everything that I was seeing the girls get in their diaper bag, I was sending him to go get it. I told him to get me some PJs, some big maxi pads, some panties pads, a bottle. But they give you that in the hospital. You don't need to get it. I forgot. I wish I could remember, but I just know that I sent him to Target to get a lot of stuff. Thank you. So my pain started kicking my ass because y'all know they had to induce me, obviously, because I wasn't ready or whatever. My water didn't break or nothing. They had to induce me. Girl, when that pain started coming, I just remember like Clinging on the back. Clinging or cleaning? Cleaning on the back. I don't know. I was holding on to the rail and I was just there like that, shaking, like like I was in so much pain, and I didn't think that was normal. I'm like, how can something hurt so bad? And when I got that, because I got the epidural, I wasn't playing that. I got the epidural, and I was still feeling pain. I'm like, why does it hurt so bad? And they gave me the thing where you like click the button, like if you wanted more meds, I guess. And that shit wasn't working. I'm like, oh my god, like I still feel everything. I feel like, but it was bad. It was bad. I feel like I was in pain the whole time. I don't know. I feel like the epidural didn't work for Chanel's birth, but I guess it calmed down a little bit. I was able to go to sleep, and then like around 10 o'clock they checked me, and so then I was ready to start pushing. 10 o'clock in the morning, bro. I was pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, and I couldn't do it. And I kept saying, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it. Like, just take out the baby, like have a C-section. Just give me a C-section. I can't do it, I can't do it. I just kept saying that I can't do it, and I was so negative. I know they were so tired of me because we lasted like a good 40 minutes that I wasn't able to do nothing. And every time I pushed, I would gag, so I would want to throw up. And they kept saying like, oh, that's good or whatever. Throw up if you gotta throw up, because I was like putting more pressure for the baby to come out. Bye-bye. And I didn't want to do it. Bye. So then the team, I guess, the supervisors for that shift, they called her in. She came in, she said, all right, we're gonna get this baby out. I said, oh the fuck on. She was a Jamaican lady. She had the strong accent and everything. She did not come to play with me. She didn't come to play with me. She said, we're gonna get this baby out right now. And I said, no, I can't. She said, what you mean you can't? She was bombing me. So I was pushing, but she was guiding me through it. Like, she was like, you can do it, come on, like, give me one good hard push or whatever. Talking to me throughout the whole thing till I was able to give birth. I forgot to mention this. So when I was pushing, I felt like I was literally on fire. Like, I felt like my uterus or my vagina was so hot. And then I ended up finding out later that is what happens. It's called, I think, a ring fire when the baby's coming out or whatever. I don't know. That shit was crazy. Okay, thank you. And when Chanel came out, Chanel had the only cone head. And they told me that it was because of the pressure of me pushing. I remember when I first saw Chanel, I said, Belly. This baby is mad white, and this baby look Asian. When I gave birth to Chanel, she was barely crying. And when I was watching my YouTube videos, they used to say that was not a good thing, that if your baby does not come out crying, that the baby was unhealthy. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Don't listen to everything you see on the internet, please. Thank you. I said, oh my God, this baby is so light, and she's like Chinese a little bit. I'm like, what the hell? Whose kid is this? But I knew it was mine because I had just pushed her. I'm like, what the hell? So I was just staring at her the whole time, because as soon as she came out, they put her right there on my chest, and I felt like they had her there for a minute. What I didn't like about that hospital is that they didn't really clean her good. She still had like mad stuff on her head, and they was trying to tell me that they can't rub on her head. I don't know, but she looked dirty. I have like a picture and everything of Chanel's cone head. I'm gonna show you everything. I'm gonna add pictures of everything. I felt like the first night that I gave birth, I was really sad, because I just knew that, you know, like, she's not in my belly anymore. I don't know. I felt like, all right, that probably was postpartum or whatever. Like, I was just gonna miss her being inside of me. And then I packed clothes for her, and I wasn't able to put it on her. They was like, oh, just leave her with the shirt that she has on, because they're gonna have to come give her shots and everything. And I said, all right. So I left her how they had her. Next day, it was time to go home and it was snowing.
Oh man. Look at all that snow and look who's coming home today. Are you excited? Huh? You nasty.
I was just mad sad. I remember I was wearing a pink sweatsuit. I was just mad quiet. I don't know. You know, after that, little by little, I ended up getting used to it. Used to having my baby there. I was always dressing her up. Yo, I would dress up this little girl every single day, even though we're just gonna be home. Like, I would always dress her up. Like, she was literally like my little doll. And I remember the third night that I came home, a final was due. And I had her right here, laying down on my arm while I was finishing up a final. I'm gonna add that too, because it's just so cute. Christmas felt a little lonely. Christmas, New Year's, something was up. You know, you could tell. Something was up. I'm like, nah, this feels weird. Like, it doesn't feel right. But I was just happy that I was with my baby. So January come, I'm 1 month postpartum. Me and my baby daddy go through some crazy shit. And I decided to go back home because I was living in his mom's house at the time. I decided to go back home, took all my shit. I'm just like, nah, I'm not doing this or whatever. And then January 25th, the day of my birthday, I ended up getting admitted to the hospital. Or Chanel ended up being admitted to the hospital or whatever because she had like ear discharge coming out of her ear, which I'm gonna show y'all too at the top. I didn't know what it was. Still to this day, I don't have an answer. I don't know what that was, but I'm just happy that it's over. By the way, they never told me what that was. She was just admitted to the hospital so they can monitor her. So I never found out what that was for. Also, because I gave birth to Chanel during the winter, I felt like she was always getting sick. So I was always at the hospital. Like, any little congestion she had, any little cough she had, I was at the hospital. And, you know, everybody would tell me and the nurses would tell me, like, you don't have to come to the hospital every time she's not feeling good or whatever. Unless she got fever, then that's different. You bring her in. But when she's congested and stuff like that, you don't always have to bring her in. You know, it's just going to happen because of the weather. She's a new baby and whatever. And I got pictures of that too. Yo, I took a lot of pictures. At the time, I was using Snapchat. But I didn't really approve a lot of people on there. It was just close friends. So, yeah, I'm just happy I kept all those memories. February, for Valentine's Day, my sister ended up taking me and Chanel out to eat for the first time. I think that was the first time that I took Chanel out to eat. We went to go eat tacos at La Estrellita in Castle Hill. So we went there to eat. We also went to Applebee's in Park Chester. At the time, there was an Applebee's in Park Chester. And I remember taking pictures there too. Like, I was mad happy. I used to be out with my baby. I didn't care. Come June, me and my baby daddy, we back in good terms or whatever. So we used to take Chanel out. We used to go to the lakes. We used to go to the pools. We used to take Chanel out to eat. We used to go to City Island. We used to take Chanel everywhere. And yeah, everything was good. Everything was good. Everything was good. Then we celebrated my first baby's birthday. And we made it happen. It was a hard time because we wasn't really financially good, but we made it happen for my baby. And my best friend Trish, she helped us a lot. I had a lot of help from my family too. The cake was a gift to me. That cake was very, very, very expensive. So I'm very grateful. I would never forget nothing. Like, because y'all know at the time I wasn't working or whatever. I lasted a good 2-3 years without working, raising Chanel. And everybody was helping me. Like, I never, like, really struggled. Never, because I had his family, I had my family, my friends. They did not play. Like, I had a friend that used to give me $200 for Chanel here to buy her whatever she needs. Like, I was good. I'm very grateful. Even though I don't talk to some of them anymore, I don't care. Like, I'm gonna always remember who helped me. I'm gonna always be grateful. So, yeah. I guess I'm just gonna answer some questions that you guys asked me and then shut this video because I feel like it's gonna be too long. I was able to put the questions in Chanel's phone, so I'm just gonna read it and then I'll just answer it. Did you get a C-section? Oh my god, no, I didn't say that. I didn't. I gave birth natural with Chanel because this video is for Chanel, so I'm just gonna talk about Chanel. How did you come up with their names? Oh, I get that question a lot. I don't know. I really just wanted them to match me. Like, I want all my kids to start with my name. I wanted it to be a little more complicated because, yeah, I know my name is complicated, but I couldn't find any more names that start with the letter CH. So I was like, let me just do Chanel. A lot of people didn't like that name because it gives like a project, or like, why would you name something? Why would you name it out of something that you can afford? I don't know. Like, I think it's cute. I think Chanel is cute. Even if it wasn't a name brand, it would have been a fire ass name. It's really cute to me. I don't know. I like that name. And it starts the same as mine. So it's not because of anything else. Like, I hate when people try to be funny. Okay, thank you. The pain tolerance, just everything. Yeah, it hurt. It hurt really bad. Really bad. What should I pack in my hospital bag? What did you pack in your hospital bag? Y'all know, I felt like I packed dress PJs. Yo, at the time when I was about to give birth, I would also watch a lot of YouTube videos. So I would pack the most, and you really don't have to. Like, I feel like the hospitals provide everything for you. I feel like I just overpacked for no reason. Like, I had a whole bunch of shit. The only thing that, no, the hospital gives you that too. I feel like if you give birth natural or whatever, I feel like Dermoplast and Witch Hazel pads are a must, but they give that to you. I feel like when I smell Witch Hazel now, it reminds me of when I gave birth to Chanel. Well, both of the girls. It reminds me of when I gave birth to my girls. I like the smell of Witch Hazel. And yeah, pads they give you, panties they give you, so you won't mess yours up, you know, so you won't bleed on yours. If I was to have a third baby, what I'll pack in my hospital bag, it would be like PJs, but not PJs like sets, like the dress PJs to throw over, and a nice robe, a comfortable robe, and maybe a blanket, because I feel like the blankets at the hospital do not keep you warm. So I'll do that. Yeah, you don't have to overpack. I feel like people overdo it, and that's just putting more weight on you that you don't need. And they give you everything that you need. You couldn't even take Pampers. You don't even have to bring none of that, you know. If you want whatever clothes for the baby, of course, like onesies and stuff like that, but that's it. I won't pack anything else. And slippers, because they even give you a toiletry bag with everything new, and you're only gonna be in the hospital for what, 2 or 3 days. I asked was Shay's birthday easier since you had experience from Chanel. I felt like because I know more or less what to expect and I already knew how much it was gonna hurt, Shay was easier. Thank God. In every aspect, it was easy. Birth, because that pregnancy, that's another story to tell. Okay, thank you. All right, let me see what else you have. Do you feel sore or anything after birth for both of the girls? For Chanel, I was up and running. I remember I couldn't feel my legs after I gave birth, and they had to transfer me to another room, so they put me in a wheelchair. But after that, I was walking everywhere. I was doing everything that I had to do by myself. So it wasn't too bad. I felt like I was just nervous to pee, but that's why I used a lot of witch hazel and dermoplast, and that helped me a lot. So I feel like I healed pretty quickly. What was the worst part about it? It was literally just the pain. The contractions were kicking my ass. It was so bad. I don't know how people be saying that contractions don't work, that it's just pressure. No, it's not. Everything hurts and it burns. Like, oh my God, it was so bad. How many people were in the room and how long you stayed in the hospital? So I stayed in the hospital for 2 days. The day that I got there and the day after when I gave birth, and then after that I went home, which I found crazy as hell. I said, how the hell y'all gonna send me home just like that, and I just gave birth? But I only stayed there for 2 days. When I gave birth, the only person there was only my baby daddy. I have to go back and check. I can't remember if my mom was there. But my mother-in-law, she was in the waiting room, and then after that, mad people came. Like, I had a room full of people. I don't even know. I still till this very day don't know how they was all there. It was a good 8 of us in one room with a newborn, and I let it happen. I didn't give a damn. I wanted everybody there. I be bugging.
Look at those lips. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a cute baby. It's a perfect size. All right. Right. And let's see the arm.
What's lightning crotch? What is that? I don't even know what that is. How did you feel hours? I came a week prior to giving birth. I was so tired. I was just tired. I knew that it was time to give birth when I would see my face and my nose was so big. Like, I was so swollen and I was red. Did you vaccinate baby girl? I'm in between. Yes, I did. I vaccinated both of my kids. I'm not against vaccines. I'm not. I'm like, whatever. If they need it, whatever. Not a bit. I don't know why people have so many debates with every single thing. It's just, okay. Anyways. What were your cravings with each girl? I feel like with Chanel was very salty. It was salt. I used to eat McDonald's all the time, the crispy chicken sandwich with a high C orange all the time with fries, fresh fries. I used to say no salt so that I could be able to put my own salt and it could be fresh. My fries. There was a lady that used to sell pastelitos on the 4 train, and she used to give it to you with a little container of ketchup and mayo together. Oh my God, it was so fire. She made the best pastelitos. And then the shrimp pastelitos from the Heights with the chino nachos. That used to be my top, like, food. Like, I didn't want to eat nothing else. Everything else just made me want to fucking throw up. Even though I never throw up, I was just really nauseous, but that's it. What was postpartum like? I feel like I discussed that. It was just a little sad at first. But my postpartum body, I don't know if I'm going to post pictures yet, but it was horrible. Oh my God, I was so scared. I thought I was going to stay like that. But it's crazy how your body changes. Everything just clears up. That shit is fucking crazy. I used to have a lot of stretch marks, and I used to have that little black line going down from my belly button like to my vagina, and it cleared up. Like, everything cleared up. So yeah, what I recommend you do, I wasn't big on social media at the time, but I used to watch a lot of YouTube videos about pregnancy, giving birth, what to look out for, what to expect. And I also used to be in a mom group on Facebook with pregnant women, and I also used to have a what to expect app. I think that's the name of the app, and it literally just talks to you about, like, depending on where in your pregnancy are, like, they highlight certain stuff, and I feel like that's good to know. Whatever, I feel like all those things helped me, because at the time I wasn't big on social media. I wasn't really posting like that. I am very happy. I am very grateful, even though sometimes I lose my patience with Chanel. I would not know what the fuck to do without her. Like, that little girl is my fucking everything. She's everything to me. Like, but I hope I was able to help you guys in some way. I'm sorry if I wasn't, very specific, or if I missed any details, or if you feel like I didn't highlight certain stuff. I just feel like I get a little nervous talking to the camera for so long. I feel like I've been talking for like 30 minutes and I'm scared because now I'm gonna have to edit this video. But I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, I'm gonna do Shay's video. It just didn't make sense putting it in this video because it was just a completely different experience. Thank you guys for your love and support. Let's see how long it takes me to edit this video and post it, because it took me a while to start it. So yeah, bye guys.